What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. And coming up, Andrew McCutchen almost got hit in the dome, and everyone started tweeting at me, "Justice for Kutch, justice for Kutch." I couldn't understand what they were talking about, but oh, I found out quick. Quadzilla Spencer Strider was finally back in action. He struck out the first two batters that he faced. The first guy on 3 straight pitches. Torpedo bat Cal Raleigh might hit 60 home runs by the time that the season is over. He has 5 home runs his last 5 games. Speaking of 5, we had 5 #1 overall picks hitting a home run yesterday. Bryce Harper, Jackson Holliday, Spencer Torkelson, Mickey Moniak, Henry Davis. It was a lot of fun to watch. Mets fans had no fun watching their game yesterday, and they're really wishing that they would have never made the Pete Crow-Armstrong trade. He's turning into a generational power speed guy. And one more thing, they're already annoyed with Juan Soto. He had his worst game in a while, and then they had to hear it from Yankees fans that Juan Soto could have never made this catch. So again, we'll talk about all of that and more in today's MLB recap. And don't forget that recap is brought to you by SeatGeek. Save yourself 20 bucks off all of your tickets using code Fuzzy. And if you've never tried Underdog Fantasy, today is the perfect day to download using code Fuzzy, because if you do that, you get a free Bobby Witt Jr. pick'em. How many times do you get something completely for free? Thank you guys for letting me pay the bills. Let's talk some baseball. Normally, I like to save the juicy stuff for the middle or end of the video because it helps out the whole YouTube, watch time, brain rot, algorithm stuff, but I trust you guys to watch the whole thing. Soto, he struck out in his first at-bat. That's his first of 3 strikeouts. He stepped in with the bases loaded later in the 5th with a 0-0 score. It stings 0-0 because he just bounced into an inning-ending double play. Eddie Julian did it all by himself. To make matters worse for Mets fans, Harrison Bader has been crushing his old team both in the box and on defense. That's an RBI single. Buxton had an RBI single as well. In scores Harrison Bader. Mets fans, they're besides themselves because Jose Budo, he got there. It should have been called out. That second or two of arguing cost them a run as Jeffers scampers in. The Mets didn't have any challenges left, so even though replay shows he was clearly out, they could not argue it. Oh God, what just happened? The same umpire took one. I really hope that he's okay. The Mets, they're going to spark a comeback. No thanks to Juan Soto. That's his second strikeout of the game. Pete had to do it by himself again. He's batting .365 with 21 RBIs. 13 extra base hits. Jesse Winker then doubled in Pete, so he lines one to right field, and Luis, he grounded one to left. It's 3-3. This game is gonna need extras. Ty France, he's coming off the AL Player of the Week, and Tyrone Taylor botched it in center field, so the Twins, they walk it off. You know who probably makes that play in center field? PCA, Pete Crow-Armstrong. You guys have to remember that he should be out there patrolling center field. He has 4 outs above average already with that all-time fast sprint speed, the absolute rocket for an arm, but I have to remind you guys, the Mets lost him for 47 games of Javier Baez back in 2021, and they didn't even make the playoffs. PCA, by the way, hit another home run. He's batting .333 with 3 home runs the last week. We'll get to that in a second, but Mets fans, you have every right to be pissed off about that trade. Not about Juan Soto, though. He's about to break out. Trust me. Man, we saw some headhunting and benches emptying in this Pirates game, but we'll show that in a second. Obviously, we got to talk about the Yankees after that Juan Soto nightmare because he struck out 3 times, went 0 for 5. The Royals, they scored first in every game of the series as Salvi, he plays Bobby, but like every other game, the Yankees, they stormed back. Volpe, a 2-run scorcher. The torpedo bat and his increase in bat speed has been doing wonders. His barrel rate is at 15.6%. He had a 3.9% barrel rate last year. Belly, he sat on a curveball. He laced it past Vinny. Here comes the Royals again. Isbell, he gapped one. He's in there for an RBI triple. India, he ties it with an RBI ground out. By the way, India, he's got to get going. Jonathan is hitting 183 on the season. Clark Schmidt, he's out after 5 1/3, making his season debut. He had been injured. It's his first game of the year, so we like the 6 strikeouts. We don't like the 4 walks and 7 base hits, but when you only give up 3 runs, considering all of that, it's not too bad. Got to tip your cap to Mark Leiter and Austin Wells for saving Clark Schmidt. Leiter got the 2nd out in the 6th, and Wells, he nabbed Michael Garcia. What a play from Volpe, by the way, to pick it and make the tag. The verdict is in. Aaron Judge is hitting over 400. He's batting .409 with 7 home runs. A .519 on base. He had 58 home runs last year. He didn't hit his 7th home run until June 5th last year. Bellinger with the game on the line. He completes the sweep. He makes the web gem. Yankees fans, they were saying that Juan Soto would have fallen over like a newborn baby dinosaur and not made that play to save the game. The Yankees, they win 11-7. Super quick game before we talk about the Pirates game. We saw Clark Schmidt make his season debut. It's only fair to talk about Spencer Strider doing the same thing. Look at this picture, by the way. Did he his legs got even bigger. He is Quadzilla. Now, Chris Bassitt was doing his best Spencer Strider impression, not with the velocity, but with the strikeout stuff. He struck out the side to start the game. The first 4 outs, look at Strider, he's striking out Bo Bichette. The first 4 outs were via the strikeout, make it the first 5 outs. Down goes Vladdy. We're going to fast forward to the second. Strider, buddy, he had Kirk picked off, but he hit the red on the throwing meter. Now, because he's Spencer Strider, he still got out of it as Miles Straw. He chased Vladdy. He cracked the code in the 3rd inning. He hit one back where it came from as Bo. He scores for the game's first run. Mind you, this is all while Chris Bassitt is still out there carving. Chris, the veteran, had 10 strikeouts through 5. He's only allowed 2 earned runs his first 4 starts. He has 31 strikeouts in 23 1/3. Huh? Chris Bassitt hasn't really been a strikeout guy over his career. That's insane strikeout stuff. Strider, he has 500 strikeouts for his career now. He's out after 5. Vladdy, he put the offense on his back in this one. His first of the year. That ball was scorched. Bo's second double of the game made it a 3-run day. He's leading the league in doubles, by the way, and hitting .305. Drake, no, not God's plan guy. Baldwin, his first home run is an opposite field home run, which makes sense because he has insane exit velocities, bat speeds, hard hit percentages, and remember, he's a catcher. Hoffman, he does end it. That is a Blue Jays franchise record, 19 strikeout of the game. He's got 4 saves. So like I've been hinting at, we had some smack talking in this next game. Kutch, he literally saw his life flash before his eyes, but first, Henry Davis, he wanted some shine. The #1 overall pick from 2021, he's trying to shake off his awful start to his career. He's only batting .191 with a 61 OPS plus. His first 100-ish big league games. Bailey Falter, hello, 7 scoreless. He faced the minimum. That means he faced 21 hitters. He got 21 outs. Now, he did allow a hit and a walk, but immediately either turned 2 or Davis threw him out. More Henry Davis RBI action. His bat exploded, which helped him because Ahmed Rosario had to dance around the barrel flying at him, and instead of being able to throw home, Davis gets the RBI out. Here's where things got very chippy. Brian Reynolds got hit by Jorge Lopez. Now, Kutch is literally having to take cover. The benches emptied. Nothing came of it aside from Jorge Lopez getting ejected. So, I mean, sparks were about to fly. The Nationals brought in another guy who walked Andrew McCutchen, and Oneil Cruz just hit a 4-run cruise missile, a grand slam for the cannonball. He stared at it, and he really enjoyed it. That is justice for Kutch. I was seeing it spammed on my Twitter. Everyone was saying justice for Kutch. I was like, what are you guys talking about? Well, that's what they were talking about. By the way, as I'm recording, Oneil just hit another home run, so he's up to 4 home runs and 8 stolen bases. The Pirates take it 6-1, and I do have an update on that last game. Jorge Lopez just got suspended for 3 games. A lot of fans are saying that it stemmed back to last year when Lopez was a Cub and Cutchen hit an absolute nuke off him. Yeah, you just can't throw at someone's face and then start barking. You're going to get suspended. We have one more grand slam to talk about, and it's another first overall pick going yard. Jackson's second career home run is a long one. That's an impressive home run going that far the other way. By the way, fun fact from Fuzzy, Jackson now has more career grand slams than Derek Jeter. Anyways, no one cares. Everyone is using that hydration station. If you hit a home run or you're on base, you got to hit that thing. Gabby, he hit a thing as well. He is showing off the elite bat speed. He has the best bat speed of any second baseman in baseball. 425 feet for his 4th home run. The Guardians almost put up 2 later in the 6th, but Heston, he tracked it down. He's one of my favorite players in baseball. I'm hoping that he can somehow find a way to get 350, 400 plus at bats this year. Ramon Laureano, I keep forgetting that he's an Oriole. He got his payback versus the Guardians, who actually DFA'd him last year. He launched a towering home run. Ryan O'Hearn, he laid into one as well. He's got 2 home runs on the year. And Heston Kjerstad, he's at it again, this time with the stick. This was off of Dr. Sticks, by the way. I miss 2022 Tristan McKenzie. He was such an absolute dog. I want to see him back. Dean Kremer, I'll tip my cap to him. He only gave up 1 run. The Guardians got smacked. I lied, by the way. We do have another grand slam coming up, but that came after the Rockies finally got a lead. Kyle Farmer has been really good. He's batting .345 this year, but the Rockies had a lead for all of what, like 5 nanoseconds when Shohei only went 448 feet. That looked 480 at least. Freddie, there goes the lead for Rockies fans. He goes 410 for his 3rd home run. Andy Pages, he made up for his mistake because he bobbled that Farmer double in the 1st, and he tacks on 2 more for Bobby Miller. Austin Barnes is driving in runs. Yeah, pack it up if Barnes is now getting RBI base hits at 6-1. Shohei made it 7-1 on another RBI. But maybe don't pack it in because the Rockies also scored a bunch. Toglia's first home run is a grand slam. I feel bad for Bobby Miller. The home run issue is just plaguing him bad. God. Mickey Moniak goes opposite field, so he's another former 1st overall pick going yard, but that was way back in 2016. Pages, he delivered again a huge 8th run. That's huge because Kyle Farmer, he put another ball in play to have a productive out, so it's a 1-run game again. But Tanner Scott, he unleashed a nasty slider. He ends it. The Rockies are are 3-15. Let me repeat that. 3-15. You guys want to hear a sentence that does not sound real in the year 2025? Rangers starting pitcher Patrick Corbin carved up the Angels yesterday. We'll get to that in a minute. Dustin Harris, he had a triple taken away. He's got easy speed, so it would have been 3 bases, but it bounced over the wall. So if it goes over that like soft part and goes to the hard part, it's a ground rule double. He scores regardless. Jake Berger makes it 1-0. Seager, he's up with the bases loaded, and he put a barrel on it. A rocket 2-run single. All Patrick Corbin needed was 1. Well, he needed a few more than that, I'm not going to lie. But look at these pitches. He had 6 strikeouts his first time through the order. Now, the Halos did get to him in the 6th. They had a couple base hits. One just barely stayed in. Taylor Ward hit the chalk. Seager couldn't make the throw home. It was a nice attempt, though. Crow-Armstrong, he did the cleanup duty, and he ended that frame with no more runs. So Patrick Corbin had, 6 or 7 strikeouts, only 1 earned run allowed. Luke Jackson sealed it for the birthday boy manager, Bruce Bochy. Luke, by the way, has 6 saves. The Rangers are 11-7 after winning back-to-back games. Now, some Angels fans are saying that MLB is screwing them because they've had the most travel for any team to start a year in like 70 to 80 years. And I will say it's kind of been insane. 4 of their first 18 games have been at home. They've been at White Sox, at Cardinals. They went back across the country to Anaheim, back across the country to Tampa, then to Houston, and now Texas. That is a lot of traveling. That sounds exhausting. It's getting pretty windy in this Giants and Phillies game, but San Francisco's not worried because they literally have the grandson of the wind. That's Jung Hoo Lee's nickname, by the way. It's my favorite nickname in baseball. First run goes to him. Aaron Nola imploded after that. He walked a ton. Wilmer got a free RBI, but I'm going to skip to this. If Patrick Bailey can figure out hitting, he's going to be a perennial 7, 8, 9 WAR kind of player because he had 4.5 F-WAR last year despite a terrible 81 WRC+. That's how insane his defense is. He gets comparisons to Yadier freaking Molina. Robbie Ray also stunk it up. He walked a bunch. So Harper came up down 2, and you already saw it in the intro. Another first overall pick going yard. He's one of a handful of guys talking about Bryce Harper with 4 home runs and 4 stolen bases. Johan Rojas, buddy. He literally just threw away the lead. Lee stopped. He was not going to go home, but he was allowed to score pretty easily. Adames, he took a bases out of walk after Nola got pulled. Wilmer, he does get a clip in the recap. 23 RBIs on the season after Brandon Marsh just kind of stumbled. Here's a fun story for you guys. Before the game, Tyler Fitzgerald got some tips from a dude named Barry Bonds. Is he good? And it worked. 3 more base hits for Tyler Fitzgerald. The Giants, they went up 11-4 on a Mike Yastrzemski 2-run double. He got on base 4 times. Every single Giants hitter got on base 2 or more times in this game. JT Realmuto, he got hosed again in the 9th inning on an outside pitch. The Giants are looking like a wagon. They're 13-5. Staying with teams who look like a wagon, the Padres, they're trying to go 12-1 at Petco to start this year. Now, there was a scary 3rd inning. The bases are loaded for Kyle Tucker. He did get the sac fly, but that was it off of Nick Pivetta. Nando legged out an infield single right after, and I thought that Nico flipped it to himself. He just kind of bobbled it. Tatis's back to having elite speed. Manny, he makes it 2-1. He is 78 base hits away from 2,000. I thought I should tell you guys, he's an easy Hall of Famer, right? Like a platinum glover with a 132 OPS plus since 2018. That is disgusting. Nick, he's been so dang good this year. Talking about Pivetta, he was working on his mechanics in the dugout with the pitching coach. I don't know what they were talking about, but it worked. He strikes out the side in the 5th. He had 6 strikeouts over 6 innings. He's allowed 4 earned runs total his first 4 starts. We have some deja vu. Manny knocked in Tyler Wade again. Now he's 77 hits away from 2,000. I hinted at this earlier. PCA, Pete Crow-Armstrong. He's batting .333 with 3 home runs the last 7 days. He's got 7 stolen bases on the year with 4 outs above average. He is a generational athlete. Nando, same thing. That's an insurance run. He didn't have to do anything. He just walked. He has more walks than strikeouts, by the way. Manny, he's flexing the defense now. He helps Robert Suarez get his 8th save of the year. The San Diego Padres do, in fact, improve to 12-1 in San Diego this year. Coming up next, a super easy game to recap. This was literally the only run scored by either team, and this is a unicorn home run. A unicorn home run is a home run that's only a home run. It's a lot of home runs in one sentence, but it only leaves in 1 of 30 ballparks. Now, this ballpark does have the exact same dimensions as Yankee Stadium, but old Yankee Stadium, also the temperature in Tampa is a bit different, so no, that doesn't leave in real Yankee Stadium, but it does leave in this fake Yankee Stadium. Look at Trevor Story looking like Rockies. Trevor Story, what a play to rob Junior Caminero of a base hit. I really thought that Omar Narvaez had a home run because this ballpark is a cheat code, but it stays in, and Jake Mangum got there. This 27-year-old rookie has been going crazy. He's batting .330 with 7 stolen bases, making plays left and right on defense as well. Zach Littell, he gets the tough L as Justin Slayton ends the game with a rainbow looping curveball, his 2nd save. The Red Sox get back to 500. They're 10-10. The Rays are 8-10. And before we move on, you guys know my editor, Pesky Talk, is a Red Sox fan. Today is his birthday. The only thing that I ask is after this video. He'll be in the comments, so go to the comments, find Pesky Talk, and go subscribe to his channel. He just put out a really nice video talking about one word to describe every team start to 2025. It was a lot of fun to watch, so go watch it. I really thought that Austin Hayes was about to make a Spider-Man catch, but Randy gets a long RBI double. Bryce Miller, hey, now he strikes out the side to start this game. If he can hold 96 miles an hour, he's going to strike out 200 plus every year for the next half decade, maybe even a full-blown decade, I don't know. Attaboy Ben Williamson, in his first big league game, he had his first hit and run scored. There's his first RBI. Cal, this is why his glove is platinum. A shovel flip. I mean, this guy is insane. And if you aren't looking, please look, because why in the world would you send Jose Trevino, a catcher, against Luke Raley, who has a bona fide cannon? Jose slow, and that's a cannon. Why would you do that? And why would you throw this to Cal Raleigh? 88 down the middle is not going to cut it. He now has 4 home runs his last 5, 6 on the year, and they were joking around that he signed his extension way too soon. He should have signed it after he got the torpedo bat. By the way, Bryce carved up Cincinnati for 8 strikeouts over 5. Cal, remember what I said? He had 5 his last 5, though. That's his 100th career home run. Torpedo bat Cal would have gone $200 million or something like that. The Reds do score a few more, but Senior Smoke, Andres Munoz picked up his 7th save. Both teams are 9-9. We have another easy game. This Garrett Mitchell kid is a genetic freak. Listen to this. He's top 5% in bat speed, sprint speed. He already has 5 outs above average on defense. He's got a rocket arm. He triples and he scores on a sac bunt courtesy of Oliver Dunn. Christian Yelich, he's having a rough start in terms of the batting average, but that is his 4th home run. Reese, back-to-back games with a long ball. He goes the other way. Torkelson, he said, anything you can do, buddy, I can do better. He beat Reese by 4 feet. He also went the other way. Another former 1st overall pick going yard. He's got 6. Is this another home run? Sal Frelick, he had 2 home runs all of last year. He's already on the board in April. Jose Quintana, I'm not going to show him, but he got rewarded with a W as Joey Ortiz turned a nice double play to seal it. The Brewers are 10-9. The Tigers are 10-8. Man, the St. Louis staff has really held the Astros offense in check over the last few days. Sure, Isaac Paredes grounded out for an RBI early, but that was it versus Steven Matz and crew. Matz was dotting. Look at that pitch to Cam Smith. He retired 15 in a row before he left. He had 5 strikeouts, only 2 base hits, and now he's going to leave with the W because Lars Nootbaar pummeled a 3-run tater to dead center. That's his 3rd of the year. Thomas Sajazi, he kept it fair. It's 4-1 after his double. This kid is hitting .455. He did this in the minor leagues, by the way, and they got him in that Jordan Montgomery trade 2 years ago. Rangers fans don't mind because they got a World Series out of it. Now, Ryan Helsley, he's out there. He's had a few days off. He worked the 9th for his 3rd save. The Cardinals are 9-9. The Astros, 8-10. I want you guys to let me know in the comments. Josh Naylor is going to get blank in the offseason. No, seriously. If he keeps this up, which, by the way, as I'm recording, literally off to the side, I just saw him hit another home run. He's going to be 28 years old. He has a crazy 400 plus on base. He has more walks than strikeouts. Matt Mervis. Are we calling him Moonshot Matt or Moonshot Mervis? He goes yard on his birthday. He has 6 home runs. Corbin Carroll, he stung another RBI knock. He ruined Max Meyer's 1-run gem. And then Pavin, he ruined it some more. What? 430 feet? He's casually hitting 386. Tim Tawa, that is his first big league home run. Yes, that is a real name, Tim Tawa. So Tommy Edman already has Tanks in his nickname. Maybe Tim can be Tim Taters. Wait, Anthony Santander is Tony Taters. Anyways, what should Tim Tawa's nickname be? Lourdes, he pimped when he's got 3 home runs. The 4th of the day for Arizona. No save for Justin Martinez, but he goes 1-2-3 on 8 pitches. The Diamondbacks have won 4 games in a row. They're 11-7. Oh boy, Miguel Rojas. He flat out dropped this potential out. Now, good thing that he's got Brooks Baldwin in left field and on his team because that was a great running grab. Miguel Andujar was confused. He wasn't sure if he trapped it, so that's a double play. And this is a home run. Brooks Baldwin, he has some sneaky little pop. He's a switch hitter. He's actually top 25% in exit velocities. He's got 2 on the year. He's also pretty quick. Wait, does he have another? He corked one to deep center. JJ Bleday, what a play. He's pulling a Baldwin now because JJ came up big on defense. Now he's driving in a run right after. Gio Urshela, he's going to end the game. He split the gap moments later. It's 3-1. Now it's Mason Miller time. He made Rojas look dumb. He struck out 3. He's got 5 saves. By the way, he has 12 strikeouts in 6 innings. He has 116 strikeouts his last 71 innings dating back to last year. That's almost a 15 strikeouts per 9. And there we have it. Another recap in the books. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate you guys having my back with anything. Remember to go subscribe to Pesky Talk and enjoy the web gems.
That is Wallop towards the gap in right center field and over and leap for tonight. And that's a great play at first by Toglia.
Line to left field coming out. Bader will make the diving play. That one a ground ball right side. Otto Lopez slides. He's got it on the forehand. His owners
swing, fly ball, hit well to center. Isbell going back toward left center, and he runs and he dives.